what has this been like for you as a mother and as a foundation starter in the past 11 months?
Yeah, I mean, it's been both hell and rewarding, to feel like because I feel very strongly about what we want to accomplish. So
And with Emily's Way, what is the goal for Emily's Way?
the goal for Emily's Way is to bring about change. Our motto is helping others and saving lives, which is what, came out of Emily's celebration of life about her. And so our goal is to work toward judicial reform, and much deeper than what they're currently, what's proposed and is going into law. The current bond reform. That's to me a band-aid for a huge gushing wound. It's more reactive than proactive. So I want to work toward that. That's very important to me. So a lot of things, anything that affects domestic violence, laws in that area, which there have been some improvements, but not nearly enough. Not nearly enough.
So what are maybe one or two of the biggest things that you're working towards to improve things in South Carolina?
In South Carolina, I think that, because we are a small state, we're just small town people, kind of, you know what I'm saying. But I believe that there's a lot of the good old boy system. It's just like what transpired at the bond hearing when one of the judge's daughter-in-law was speaking on behalf of the Todd family. I found that disturbing. Her father-in-law sat on many of his trials, and I have been told that he's friends with the Todd family, which seems very obvious at this point. That kind of thing should not go on. They should recuse themselves if they know the family at all. That is that's what I believe should happen.
Let me ask you about the death penalty. Do you think this should be?
I do. I really do. And the reason is because it was premeditated, and there were two people in his home not bothering anybody, not threatening anybody, and just the mere idea of somebody just walking in who, and killing them. I mean, just walking in and shooting them. I do believe this has the potential to be, and I know, and I talk, I have conversations with the solicitor's office and have one that needs to be scheduled now. I believe that it meets the criteria of a death penalty.
And so far, the solicitor has not said yes or no.
The solicitor has not said yes or no.
Okay.
That decision has not been made at this time. So that's still to be determined.
What happens next in the case? Do you know?
In 6 months, he can potentially, because the trial does not have a date at this time, in 6 months he can ask for another bond hearing, and we'll go through that whole thing again. And I'll probably use my same, speech or what I had to say again, because it will remain just as pertinent in my mind as it was at the past one. So if that could happen, we've been told that could happen. Hopefully, I don't think it will be this year, but maybe, sometime next year, hopefully we'll have a trial. Sooner rather than later. People are suffering and having this up in the air, and it's just very hard on all of us. It's very hard on all of us.
So let's talk about July 21st. There's going to be a big event. It's going to be a sad day because it's the first year anniversary of your daughter's death. But you're turning it into a way to celebrate her life.
That's exactly right.
Tell us what's going to happen.
We are very, very excited, and the owners of the Roost and the Cantina and several other restaurants are sponsoring this, and they've been very generous. And so what I'm hoping, this event is more about the two of them and remembering them and celebrating their accomplishments in their lives. than making money for Emily's Way, you know. But we do, you know, we would like to, you know, that's why our tickets are only $25. It will be at the Cantina from 6 to 9 that Friday night. And people can get their tickets in advance. I've got flyers that are going to be going up at all of their restaurants, and you know, so the information to get the tickets in advance are going to be on the flyers. So it'll be out there. It's on her Facebook page, everywhere. I would appreciate it if everybody possible would get their tickets in advance, so I don't have to worry about dealing with that at, you know, at the door. So it will include food. It will include live music, and then of course there will be a cash bar. So I wanted to make sure we kept the tickets low, and you know, so I want everybody to come. And I know that Ashley's family and children are involved, and I've kept them in the loop on everything.
Just a lot of friends of both people
Exactly.
going to be there, and I guess they're just going to be just reminiscing.
It is. You know, I'm hoping that we can cry and laugh all at the same time. Which for me, to talk about Emily and there be involved laughter is very easy, because she was silly, she was clumsy, and she always made fun of herself about it, you know. You know, she had a thing on her Facebook that said, sometimes I think I've really got it together, and then I find my keys in the freezer, you know. She was just very funny. And then, of course, they'll, you know, members of his family will talk about him and how much I'm sure how much he loved the boat and the mud riding and all that stuff that he was involved in. And, you know, just try to remember them in a light way, and how well, you know, they enjoyed life and lived.
So tell us how people can get tickets.
People can get tickets if you go to her Emily's Way Facebook, the Venmo code. You can just go to Venmo. The Venmo information is on the flyers, and it's on her webpage and her Facebook page. They can also text me. They can also request tickets at the Cantina and the Roost. And they will probably not have the tickets, but they will take the money, and I'll get the tickets to them, and you can pick them up there. So we're going to make it pretty easy to get the tickets.
Anybody who goes through something you've gone through tries to find a way to cope. And sometimes they go the bad direction, drugs or whatever. But you've gone in a direction that not only helps you, keeps you busy, but helps other people.
You know, that's our hope. Emily so wanted to help people. She was all about helping others, and so we just want to continue that. We want to, you know, we want to keep that example going. The world might be a better place if we were all a little kinder to one another.